In recent years, the world has witnessed a significant shift in the way we think about money and finance. Imagine a world where Bitcoin is the new standard for finance and what it means for the future of money and commerce. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Elite Ledger, where we continue to explore the age of digital finance. I'm your host, Mark Johnson, and with me is Ivo Kassan. Today we're discussing an intriguing topic, Bitcoin as a national reserve asset and BIS disclosure of crypto asset exposure for banks. Sounds big, isn't it, Ivo?
Absolutely, Mark. This discussion has been sparked by leaders and financial experts all over the world. Bitcoin, often referred to as digital gold, is being seen as a strategic reserve asset by quite a few experts today. The decentralized nature of Bitcoin and its potential role in trade and geopolitics is what's catching attention.
That's an interesting point. In fact, Alex Thorne from Galaxy Digital feels the same and believes that Bitcoin's properties make it apt for inclusion in national reserves, akin to traditional commodities like gold and oil. But the discussion doesn't stop here, does it, Ivo?
Right. It doesn't, Mark. The global acceptance of Bitcoin could be significantly influenced if a financial hub like the United States adopts it as a strategic reserve asset, and this could fast-track Bitcoin's recognition as a long-term savings instrument. There could be substantial profits for the U.S. due to its first-mover advantage.
The potential seems vast, but this is a coin with two sides. Matthew Pines, a national security fellow at the Bitcoin Policy Institute, has outlined the trade-offs of adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Even though the high returns and scarcity of Bitcoin make it an attractive asset, its volatility and regulatory uncertainties pose significant risks which cannot be ignored.
You're exactly right, Mark. In fact, the U.S. government currently holds over 200,000 Bitcoins, primarily seized from illicit actors. This positions the U.S. favorably should they decide to leverage Bitcoin. Speaking of leverage, there are some interesting implementation strategies going around. For instance, we have David Bailey, CEO of Bitcoin Magazine, suggesting that the U.S. could secure Bitcoin reserve by using the 210,000 BTC already held by the Treasury. How about we delve deeper into this, Mark?
Definitely, Evo. But before we do, we also need to discuss the BIS's guidelines on the disclosure of crypto asset exposure for banks. To ensure transparency and promote market discipline, banks are required to disclose both qualitative and quantitative information on their crypto activities. Crypto assets are highly unpredictable and are considered an immature asset class. This makes it essential for banks to adopt robust risk management practices if they decide to engage in crypto asset activities.
Indeed, and speaking of banks, the Federal Reserve has issued a policy statement further restricting crypto asset activities for state member banks. It emphasizes that such activities are presumed to be impermissible unless there is an express rule or statute permitting such activities. This has definitely stirred up the financial landscape.
Quite true, and with the BCBS coordinating with global standard-setting bodies to ensure a consistent regulatory approach to crypto assets, it's clear that the regulatory framework for the same is continuously evolving. As it develops, it will be paramount for policymakers and financial institutions to strike a balance between harnessing the benefits of crypto assets and mitigating their risks.
Exactly, Mark. The potential of Bitcoin as a national reserve asset presents both opportunities and challenges. While it could enhance economic resilience and yield significant returns, the associated risks and regulatory uncertainties remain a challenge. This makes it interesting to watch how the policymakers navigate these complexities. But with that being said, we look forward to the evolution in the age of digital finance